The familiar names at the top of the Scottish Premiership as Rangers lead Celtic by 1 point. But of course, Celtic have a game in hand. But who will be at the top of the table heading into the international break? Rangers, Celtic, or maybe even someone else? Nope, can't be done. It's not one of those two. Who's it going to be? We'll have a look next. Match number 10. Oh yeah, out in the Scottish Premiership, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe, keep your bang up to date with all things Scottish Premiership, Blackburn Rovers, world football. We've got it all here, boys. Under one Ruski. I'm going mad. I'm going mad out in the Scottish Premiership. Of course, Rangers and Celtic leading the charge after Celtic disposed of Hibs to break up a 5-point lead between themselves and third spot, of course. But it could all get a little bit fruity again after these next round of matches, of course. Some big ones to get into amongst it. Anyway, let's get into it, of course. But anyway, before we jump into it, a big shout out to the Patreon gang, of course, because we did lose a Patreon in the past couple of days, but we've actually bounced back a little bit because 2 patrons have upped their pledges, boys. They've upped their pledges to take up the slack from our departed Patreon. But anyway, if you are interested to become a patron of the channel, check out the description. There is a link down there, patreon.com/Roverseas. If you want to help out the channel in another way besides your viewership, that's the place to do it. Anyway, we're going to have a look at Scotland. Oh yeah, see you by the way. Let's get into it, and of course, have a look at our pickaroonies. How I got on, how you guys got on, and all that kind of jazz-a-rooney. And let's jump in the deep end and have a little look at it. Here we go, sunshine. Here we piss and go. So this game took place on the 26th and 27th of September. And Hamilton Academicals took on Dundee United. And it was a 1-1 draw in the end. I think he would be happy with that. I think Hamilton would be content with that. Lawrence Shackleton on Scorshi again. He's doing bits as well so far for Dundee United. He gave them the lead. Hakim Underfonen on Scorshi for Hamilton to give themselves a share of the spoils. Actually went with a 1-0 win for Dundee United. Shame on me, got that one wrong. Livingston, they did take care of business against Super Jays, 2-0 win. Andre Livingston starting to look up the table. Scott Tiafani on Scorshi, Alan Forrest on Scorshi as well. I actually remember the 2-1 win for Livingston as well. Meanwhile, Kilmarnock, they also beat St Mirren 1-0. I called this one bang on the nose, boys. Bang on the pisser nose. The 1-0 goal scorer, Nicky Kambamba on the Scorshi for Kilmarnock to give themselves a big old win to get themselves also moving into the top 6. Rangers did, of course, oust Motherwell 5-1. Actually remember the 2-1 win over Motherwell. Goal scorers on this one. This was on the Sunday. James Taverner with a couple of goals. Jordan Jones and Cedric Etienne on Scorshi with a couple of goals as well, as they came out on top 5-1 win. George Edmondson with a big fat OG, giving Motherwell something to smile about, but nothing much. Of course, Celtic did smash Hibs, unfortunately. 3-0 win for Celtic. Callum McGregor, Aberdeen, Ajeti and Muhammad Aluyuzi on the score sheet for Celtic in a 3-0 win. Actually went with a 3-1 win, so I saw it coming. Of course, Ross County also got smashed by Aberdeen 3-0 as well on Sunday, with Marley Watkins, Lewis Ferguson with a couple of penalties, and Ian Fergus got himself sent off for Ross County. Actually with a 2-0 win on that one. So all in all, I did all right. Look at that. I nearly got perfect. I nearly got 100%. So how do you like those apples? So yeah, not too bad. 5. So that's top banana. I'm in top banana. What about you guys? We'll have a look at this, shall we? This is the table as it stands. Rangers top of the pops by 1. Celtic are in 2nd. Hibs are in 3rd. Aberdeen are in 4th. St Mirren and St Johnstone at the moment going down or in that relegation debate as it stands. So let's get into it. Of course, match number 10. This is the most progressed prediction league. So let's have a look at the details and all that kind of jazz. You can still join even at this time. If you were to start right here, right now, you could still win. But you've got to be up there with the big boys though, and just expect some nightmare predictions for everybody else. But you can still win in 0 to 1. You're in the shit face gang. 2 to 4 straight face go. If you get 5, like me, you're in the top banana. So here we go. Mike Gallagher. There's going to be a lot of round of applauses, I think, on this one. You did all right, Russell Frost. Well done. Look at that. Killing it in my picture. I'm killing it. The Phantom did bits. Deepak the Great did all right. Cody Gaho. What's going on there, sir? What's going on? But you get a round of applause anyway, just because you're you. Clay HT did okay. Shane O'Donnell, you did okay, son. You get a round of applause for being top banana. Fernando Jose Garamond, you did all right. Vincent Hung did bits. Elgin Cow, you did all right, sir. You get the round of applause anyway. Mr. Matt Ross did bits. Shepard also did okay. Ultra Owen Murat, you did okay. Sean Brennan did okay, but he gets around. Nathan Heaver also gets a round of applause. Look at the all go. All of you get a round of applause. We Are QPR did okay. Mark Chapman did bits. Yannick Buster did bits. Monica Spatelli did okay. Victor Cavalli not too shabby. Roberto Hollis did all right. Andrew Partridge did top banana. Well done. Well done. Omar Esquivel, top banana as well. And he's a patron. Get in there, my son. Gabe Charlie also gets up there. Matt Gunner did bits. Football Mapper also did okay. It's Speedy Gonzalez, boys. Speedy Gonzalez. This is the leaderboard for this week and this week alone. Look at Yannick Busters. Funny you. But Andrew Partridge, Deepak the Great, Game Charlie, Omar Esquivel, Russell Frost, Sean Brennan, Shane O'Donnell, and Clayton HD are your prediction kings. Look at Andrew Partridge. Doesn't even get a crown. Doesn't even get a crown. Shame on him. Shame on me, really. But you know you are. I think he maybe does get a crown. But your current leader, Matt Gunner, and Mike Gallagher are your current leaders at the moment with a 62% success rate. Russell Frost is in third as well. Not too shabby. Ultra and Mamira's up there. Cody Cahoe also in that top 10-ish. Again, the rankings are a little bit skew-if. Don't read too much into it. But Andrew Partridge, you are kingpin and this week. So do take that into stride. I just want to see if we could see you in this overall leaderboard, because you have been a late starter. I just want to see just how far off the pace you are, but you're not in the big bunch just yet. But don't worry. You know, you stick at it. A lot of these boys will drop off, and you'll sneak into that top 10 and maybe even beyond. Anyway, that's it so far. Let's get into, of course, the next round of matches, starting with Aberdeen up against St Mirren, of course. These two sides played 219 times, according to my knowledge. Goodness gracious me. 113 of them going in favour of Aberdeen, 60 wins going for St Mirren, and 46 draws. Last six, though, sees 3 wins for Aberdeen, 1 win for St Mirren, and 2 draws. Last time Pictures was in St Mirren as a 2-0 win for Aberdeen, with Lewis Ferguson on scoring, Sam Cosgrove as well for the penalty spot. Last time they played each other in Aberdeen was a 2-1 win for Aberdeen. Sam Cosgrove, Niall McGinn on score sheet with Jonathan Abika on the score sheet. That was back in November 2019. Heading into this, St Mirren have actually lost their last 5 matches in the Premiership, whereas Aberdeen have actually won their last 5 of the last 6 matches as well. The bookies odds, I'll tell you that now. 20-9, Aberdeen are your red hot favourites. 29 on, should I say 60-5 is your draw. 6-1 is your long shots. Of course, Aberdeen come into this fourth in the table. A win for them actually could leapfrog Hibs into third on this one. That's where I'm going with my money. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win for Aberdeen to take it to the bank. 3-0, job done. How's you like that one? Next up, we have Dundee United taking on Livingston, of course. Heading into this now, these two sides have played each other 24 times, according to my knowledge. 9 wins for Dundee United. And then 9 wins for Livingston, 6 draws as well. The last 6 though between the two sides sees 2 wins for Dundee United, 1 draw, and 3 wins for Livingston. Heading into this, of course, they did play each other last time round in Livingston. It was a 1-1 draw, and last time they played each other in Dundee United was a 3-2 win for Livingston. Goodness gracious me, back in May 2018. Thomas Mickelson and Anthony Ralston score sheet for Dundee United. Livingston goals coming from Rafael De Vita, Josh Muller, and Scott Pittman to give Livingston the big fat W. Livingston actually failed to win the last 8 away matches, and they've also conceded at least 2 goals in the last 3. Heading into this, though, what do they look like in the table? Well, the table looks like Livingston actually into 8th spot. Dundee United are actually up to 6th at the moment, and a win for them could actually see them go as high as 5th. Bookies odds on this one. Dundee United 29-20, red hot favourites on this one. 23-10 is your draw. 9-5 is your away win on this son of a gun. I'm going to go with a win for Dundee United, I think. 2-1 win in the end to take it to the house over Livingston, and that'll get that off. Get that off. Hibernian taking on Hamilton Academical. The battle of the H's, of course. These two sides played each other 96 times, according to my knowledge. 46 wins for Hibs, 36 wins for Hamilton, and 14 draws. The last 6, though, what do we have on this bad boy? 2 wins for... Where are we? 2 wins for nobody. 5 wins for Hibs, 1 draw, and nothing for Hamilton. Heading into this, the last time we played each other was at Easter Road. It was a 2-1 win for Hibs. Christian Dorge on score sheet, Paul Hanlon as well. Alexander Gogic on score sheet for Hamilton. Heading into this, though, where are they in the table? Hibs into 3rd. Hamilton are up to down to 10th, should I say. 1 win in the past 4 for them. Hibs, 1 win in the past 4 for them as well. Bit ropey form for them. But the bookies odds 11-4 on Hibs are your favourites. 15-4 is your draw. 7-1 is your long shot. That is Hamilton. Of course, Hibs playing both Glasgow teams back to back, which is not really ideal for them as they tried to make a name for themselves for the 3rd best or the best of the rest in this division. But I do expect them to be the best of the rest out of these two, the battle of the H's anyway, with a 3-0 win over Hamilton to take him 3 points and a big fat W finally before the international break. Kilmarnock taking on Motherwell, of course, this coming match day. These two sides played each other 215 times, 78 wins for Kilmarnock, 101 wins for Motherwell, and 36 draws. The last 6, though, sees 2 wins for Kilmarnock, 2 wins for Motherwell, and 2 draws. Last time picture was in Kilmarnock. It was a 1-0 win for Motherwell. Jake Carroll on the score sheet on the 67th minute to give them the big fat W. Heading into this, Motherwell on the rise at the moment, but they could come into this on the back of a defeat, a heavy one, of course, against Rangers. But before that was back-to-back wins for them, up to 9th of the table, and a win for them. This match, they could go as high as 5th, depending on what goes on elsewhere. Kilmarnock, of course, are in 5th, and a win for them could actually strengthen their position in 5th, with Dundee also in action right beneath them. The bookies odds on this one, 29-20 for Kilmarnock, 11-5 is your draw, 2-1 is your Motherwell, who are the favourites, I think, for this bad boy. They are the favourites. Well, if they're not the favourites, they are the favourites for me. I'm going to go with a... Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not. Take it all back. Kilmarnock to win it, 2-1. Surprise, surprise. How do you like that? So I pulled that one out of the arse. 2-1 win for Kilmarnock to take it to the bank, boys. I don't know why I was going with that, but I'm going with it. I'm sticking to my guns. Kilmarnock, of course, coming into this back-to-back wins form. That's why they've actually won 3 of the past 4 in the league, and they'll make it 4 of the past 5 with this. Stick it to it. St Johnstone taking on Celtic, of course. These two sides played 141 times, according to my knowledge. 21 wins for Super Jays and 96 wins for Celtic. 24 draws as well. The last 6, though, see 6 out of 6 for Celtic, including the last time played each other, which was in the Scottish Cup in March at St Johnstone. It was a 1-0 win for Celtic. The goal scorer Ryan Christie on the score sheet back in March. However, the last time played each other in the league in St Johnstone was also a 3-0 win for Celtic as well back in January earlier this year. Oliver Nitcham, James Forrest and Lee Griffiths on the score sheet in a 3-0 win. Heading into this, Celtic have actually scored at least 2 goals in 27 of the last 30 matches in the Premiership, where Celtic have also won 12 of the last 14 away matches as well. 5 out of 5 for Celtic, including games in Europe, which they did beat Riga last time around in the Europa League. Meanwhile, just 1 win in the past 6 for the Super Jays. That was against St Mirren. Quite a few games back now. The bookies odds will go with Celtic as well. 11-1 for St Johnstone, 5-1 is your 4-1 on Celtic are your stone cold favourites. And again, a win for them could go top of the pops, boys, depending on what goes on with Rangers, of course. But it's going to be tight. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win. It's not going to be tight in this game. Celtic should comfortably win this one. But it's going to be tight to see if they can get top of the pops over the likes of Rangers, because Rangers will need to stumble up in this next game. Speaking of that, Rangers are taking on Ross County in the final game here. They've played each other, is this right, just 10 times? I don't know if that's true. I'm failing to believe that they've just played each other 10 times. Is that, can any Scottish fans confirm that they've played more than 10 times? But anyway, let's just say they've played 10 times. 7 wins for Rangers, 3 draws, nothing for Ross County. The last 6, though, see 6 wins out of 6 for Rangers, including a win the last time they played each other, which was in Ross County around about March 2020 with Ryan Kent, the one-only goal scorer back in the day. However, last time they played it in Ibrox was back in January 2020 as a 2-0 win for Rangers with Jermaine Defoe and Scotty Arfield, the 6-fingered dingo player on the score sheet for Rangers. However, Rangers actually won 14 last 16 matches at home. They've also scored at least 2 goals in the last 5 matches as well. They come into this unbeaten in 5. Of course, Ross County just 1 win in the past 6 in all competitions. That was against St John's a couple of games back as well. Bookies odds will be stone cold favourites. Rangers, of course, 8-1 on. They are your favourites. 7-1 is your draw. 21 your long shots. That is Ross County. Of course, Rangers are top of the pops, and a win for them could extend that lead. Maybe even go as high as 4 points clear of Celtic, depending on what goes on with them. Ross County, though, doing okay in the moment in 7th spot, and a win for them could actually go as high as 5th. But it ain't going to happen, boys. Ain't going to happen. I'm going with a 4-0 win. Huge win for Rangers in the end. And that win, my friends, will maintain their top of the table status over in Scotland by maintaining a 1-point lead over Celtic. Hibs will keep up the heat into a 3rd spot with a win as well. And Aberdeen will be in 4th spot. Down the foot of the table, St Mirren will be there. Hamilton will be just above them. And St Johnstone as well. All level on 7 points. That are my pickaroonies, boys. Be sure to get your own pickaroonies in as well to see how you can compete in the old prediction league. There's still plenty of time to take part, of course. Try and get. You're gonna have to work your socks off if you're gonna try and to win it. But you might as well just you can come in and see how many of the weekly contests you can battle on anyway. If you think you're too far gone. Because you could build up yourself a quality reputation as the new underdog prediction king. Anyway, that's it, my friends. Of course, Rangers and Celtic leading the charge at the moment. Will they still be in the thick of things? And in the next match, I'm pretty well sure of it. Of course, the international break is coming. So I believe there will be a week's sort of a break from the old Scottish Premiership, which is come at the right time for me, because these Prickaroony things are tough as Tough as rat shit, boys. Tough as rat shit. But anyway, we will return once that comes back around. But there's plenty more content on the channel. And of course, we will return with the updated leaderboard and all that kind of jazz when we come back. Anyway, until then, though, give the video some love. Smash the thumbs up, smash subscribe. And also check out the description. Links to my other social media platforms are in there. Twitter, Facebook, and of course, Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. That's the place to do it. Until then, though, I'll see you all on the other side. Stay safe out there.